Hey, this is Mr. Cap, and today I'm going to show you how to do a voiceover in Adobe Premiere Pro, and you're going to need a microphone. My microphone that's hooked up right now is hooked up to my webcam, and so you're going to need a webcam or some kind of microphone. You can also use your cell phone. You can use your cell phone right here, and you can turn your cell phone to video settings, and you could just record a video. And as you're recording a video, let's see if I can get this to look. As you're recording a video, don't use the video, just use the audio. So that's kind of what you do if you're going to kind of do that. If you're going to do a voiceover and you want to voice over, the audio in your cell phone camera is probably good enough for what you're doing. At least you could practice it that way and see how that works. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you. I've actually got Adobe Premiere Pro already set up in my screen, and I am recording right now. And so let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this is my typical workspace that I use. I've got my timeline, my projects panel, my program panel, and then some kind of effects panel or sequence panel that I've got right there for my sources. And so what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and bring in a video that I'm going to do a voiceover on. But before I do that, let me go ahead and check my preferences in order to record a voiceover. So you go to the Edit drop-down menu, Preferences, and then Audio Hardware. And as you're doing that, you want to check your ASIO settings and make sure that it's checked what microphone that you've got. This is the one that I've got with my webcam, and that's what I want to do. My buffer size is always set at default, and said go ahead and hit OK. Usually almost everything else is already set up for you the way you want it. Just click OK again, and you're good to go. Now you should be seeing something right here. So let me go ahead and drag into my projects panel. Let me go ahead and drag one of our videos that we want right here. And now it's in the timeline kind of where I want it right there. And what I want to do is I want to actually start doing my voiceover right here, right where I've got my juniors are coming into the Tulsa Dream Center. And that's kind of where I want to start my voiceover. It's got some music. Let's go ahead and listen to the music. This is what the music sounds like. You can see the audio levels are going up and down in my audio 1 and master over here in the left. And so that's kind of where I want to do a little voiceover. I want the music in the background, so I'm going to dim that music, and then I'm going to do a voiceover over it, just telling the audience what this all is. I'm going to do a little narration. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first step then is to right-click right here where it has audio, and you're going to add a track. And right there, you're going to add a track. And you're going to add an audio track after audio 1, and you want it to be a mono. So go ahead and click mono, and then go ahead and click OK. And you can see that it's added an audio track. And right over here in the left audio mixer panel, you can see that it's done that. I'm going to change this name to voiceover. And that's going to be my audio track. But notice that it doesn't have any levels going up. What you have to do is go ahead and go over to this project panel and meter inputs only. Go ahead and check that. And now you can see when I hit the record button on this that my voice is actually in the meter. When I stop talking, it goes lower, and when I start talking, it goes higher. And that's a pretty good indication of what I want right there. So now I'm all set, all ready to go. And so I've got my timeline and my scrubber bar right where I want it to be. That's where I'm going to start recording. I'm going to actually record a little extemporaneous type voiceover. I don't have a speech written out, and you can do it. It wouldn't be a bad idea to write something out that you want to say, so you're not stumbling over your words and you're making sense of what you want right there. And so you can kind of do that. Right about here is where I want to start with the Tulsa Dream Center and do that. So I've got my enable track for recording, and then right here is my record button. You click on that, and then you click right there when you get ready to start, and you can start doing that. So let's go ahead and do a voiceover right now. So I'm going to click the record button, and I'm going to click play. These are the students that are going to the Tulsa Dream Center. They are juniors at Victory Christian School, and they're going to affect many people's lives. That's right. When you go to the Tulsa Dream Center, you are the one that's going to affect people's lives. Here they're walking through the doors, and they're going to open up doors for many of the people that they touch. These are the the juniors that are gonna affect people's lives. Juniors from Victory Christian School. So now I just hit my pause button, and I stop the record right there, and you can see in the timeline that it's actually done a little voiceover. So let me go ahead and just see if I can animate this a little bit. And I'm going to draw right here just a little bit. This is where our voiceover is. And you can see it in our timeline. So we've got it right there. I'm going to do just a little bit of a drop-down menu. I'm going to try and do that. So let me kind of go right here. I'm going to drop this down. I hit the triangle, and now you can see our wave right there. Let's see what it sounds like. These are the students you can hear in the back that are going to the Tulsa Dream Center. Music. Well, it's a little loud at Victory Christian School. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and affect that many people's lives just a little bit softer. And so I hit the Control key and left click on the Audio 1 timeline, and it's going to set a couple of markers. And I'm going to do the same thing over on the right side of it. And now I can move this up, or I can move it down without affecting the entire track. And so you can do that. I'm going to drop the level down to 0. Now you can't hear it at all. Well, I don't want that. I want a little bit of background noise. So I'm just going to bring it up just a little bit to where you just barely hear it. Let's see what that sounds like now. Let's see. You can hear it. And then it drops down. These are the students. I'm going to actually kind of move this over just a little bit to where it starts right there. These are the students that are going to the Tulsa Dream Center. They are juniors at Victory Christian School, and they're going to affect many people's lives. So you can see here that it isn't a well thought out script, but it is a voiceover. And that's how you do a voiceover, and that's how you turn down the Audio 1 levels from the video. You turn that down, and you've got a voiceover. And I want you to try to put these voiceovers in your videos that you're going to do for chapel. And the reason why is because it enhances. The listener can actually hear that. And so that's how you do a voiceover in Adobe Premiere Pro. If you have any questions, give me a shout. This is Mr. Cap. I'm signing off. Till the next tutorial.